Can you guys hear me now? Or is it still not working? Testing. Hello? Hopefully this is working. Oh, hey, it's alive. Yay, I have sound again. I'm sorry, guys. So that live stream kind of went boop because my headset decided to die. So I'm just going to start this one here and just talk a little bit really quickly about, what was cut off at the other one, which is basically right now, a lot of us are in a bad way. We're worried, we're scared, there's a lot of crap going on in the world. So this is my thought to you guys. And yeah, that was very strange. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. But my thought to you guys is this: go watch classic sci-fi. Go watch The Twilight Zone with Rod Serling on Netflix. Go watch the original Star Trek. Go watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like I said, this guy was just as much of an asshole as this guy, but they both had their points and they were both good. Go watch original Doctor Who. Go watch the David Tennant Doctor Who. Go watch the Christopher Eccleston Doctor Who. There's some amazing stuff there. Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor is a light in this world. And that stuff is what we need to be watching right now. We need to be watching things that are going to bring us together. We need to be watching things that are going to keep us motivated and happy and feel, it's not just nostalgia, but it's that blanket of safety. And that's what my husband makes fun of me of loving these things for, and why I've watched Beetlejuice for like 5,700 times, why I keep watching Peter Capaldi's Doctor, why I have seen all of these mummy films like a gazillion times, why I have watched The Dark Crystal 157,000 times. All of this stuff that we love is what's going to keep us sane in this world right now. And it's also going to keep us motivated and show us what we need to be heading towards. And not only is the world toxic, sometimes fandom can be toxic. The internet can be toxic. We've seen that tonight with a couple of things that Zinni's had to do because people are just being dicks. And because they're fighting out and they're raging out and they think that makes them feel better when it really doesn't. It really doesn't. But movies like Tron, for example, original, like, this is going to sound funny and it's probably going to be hard to find. But this little guy right here, that's Robin Williams as Mork from Work. And what's goofy and weird, but telling, in this show, you had a alien, a fish out of water, who was learning about humanity, and he was learning about what was the best of us. And in this show, even though at the end with Mirth and Jonathan Winters, who was great, but kind of made it lose its way a little bit, within Mork from Ork, as stupid as it is, and if you go on YouTube, you can find some of these monologues that he does to Orson when he's reporting in. You hear this beautiful poetic take on humanity and people. And when Robin Williams passed away, I found a beautiful monologue he had done on that show specifically about loss and death, and it helped get me through that. So go find things that will help get you through. Like right now, it sucks out there, but you have people coming together to help others, and it's really uplifting. And right now, like, I had a friend of mine who messaged me to say, hey, did you hear about quarantine ween, which is this goofy thing that we're all going to do because we're apart, but we're together in our separation, if you will. And quarantine ween is going to be on March 31st because it's the halfway point to Halloween. And all of us in our homes, I don't really have to do much because my entire office is a Halloween store. We're going to decorate for Halloween, and we're going to dress up in costumes and we're going to go on camera and we're going to talk or take pictures and change costumes and be goofballs and celebrate the fact that we all love Halloween, and we can't wait for October because hopefully by then we'll be able to actually go out and trick or treat. Who knows? But it's something that we're all going to do together out of our love of the holiday, our love of horror movies and everything goofy and weird and strange. And that's something to hold on to. So find the thing that you want to hold on to. Watch the shows that help you get through it, because it's something you can do, and you can do it with others across the way, with the Netflix party, with Zoom, with Skype. Even though you're not together, you're not alone. So go do that. Have fun. Watch something together with your friends across the world. And just find the stuff that uplifts us. Like I said, Star Trek is one of those perfect shows. The original series brought the real DC Fontana and Harlan Ellison are amazing writers. And the episode we watched last night was Cat's Paw, which was written by Robert Bloch, who wrote Psycho. That guy wrote an amazing episode of the show that dealt with horror aspects and like haunted castles and things. And it was really cool because it was a combination of science fiction and horror and fantasy. So that was really neat to see. And it was by the guy who wrote Psycho. So there was a lot of pedigree when it came to Star Trek. And a lot of those people came over from Twilight Zone. So if you want to watch a show that can really show you the power of genre and the power of science fiction and the power of a really good use of horror, Supergirl is a positive show. Yeah. The Flash is a positive show. But the original Twilight Zone, for sure, is one of those perfect examples of good science fiction, calling us out on some of our BS, but also showing how we can grow as a people. Same thing with Night Gallery. I don't know if you can find Night Gallery on Hulu anymore, but that's another fantastic thing that Rod Serling did. So, like I said, you guys, we can get through this together, even if we are apart. But it's really, don't get down. Don't watch stuff that's gonna bum you out, because right now it's really hard. I've had a couple of moments too where I just broke down crying because the last couple of years have really sucked for me. I mean, a lot of good things professionally, a lot of good things have happened to me in my work life and all of that. But I lost my father a year ago, and now we are dealing with this. My mom is by herself, and I am in a completely other state. I can't be with her. The trip I had planned to go visit her had to be canceled. And yeah, I mean, Raiders P has a good point. If this had happened in the 90s, we'd be screwed because we would not have any of this tech. But it's been really hard, and my stuff isn't nearly as bad as other people's stuff right now. I mean, it's horrible, but there's also a lot of good, and we're still here. And if we just follow what we're being, the rules are very simple to follow on how to get through this. But it's also just, being good to one another and keeping our own sanity. And if your sanity comes from, surrounding yourself, this is the inside of my brain. If it comes from watching a show that you've watched 100 million times, that's fine, because that's going to get you through it. And it's good to go back and watch these things and be reminded of what we are supposed to be like and where we're supposed to be going, instead of this hiccup in the road that we've kind of hit with our own culture right now. So that's all I have to say, I guess. I mean, I kind of went on a tangent thanks to my headset dying on me, but I want you guys to know that you guys are awesome. I hope you are okay. I hope you're safe. Um, love you. Thank you for watching. This has been fantastic. I'm glad to have been able to prattle in your ear for a little while. And, just know you're not alone, even though we're separated by this. We'll get through it. We're decent people at heart, and we'll get through it. It's just going to take some time, and we'll learn from it. And yeah, in the meantime, watch movies, watch TV, read a book, play a video game, talk to somebody online that may not have someone there with them. And yeah, yep. It's the good stuff keeps you motivated and keeps you going. And that's what we need right now. So I love you guys. Thank you. Walking Dead, you have a lot of hurdles to jump. I'm so sorry. But you've got Jeffrey D. Morgan. Just make the show about Negan and we'll be okay. Making the show about Negan is fine. This is good. Make Negan the series. Joss Whedon would be fantastic to talk to. I once drunkenly danced with Joss Whedon at 2 o'clock in the morning on top of a roof, and it was awesome. Blake Neely. Joss Whedon would be fantastic to have on, though. We share a birthday. I have had Norman Reedus on my podcast radio broadcast way back when, and it was interesting to talk to him about how Daryl was somehow became a sex symbol, like boom, and he said this, I'll never forget this. Daryl's not the kind of guy that's not the kind of guy that's gonna throw you up against a hood of a car and have his way with you. That's just not how he is. And I'm laughing because that is the fantasy of so many women that I know, and a couple dudes. But it's funny because he's like, no, that's not him. It was hilarious. And he brought that up. He said that. It was funny. But yeah, so guys, I thank you so much. And I will be back. The next couple of episodes will be airing. Oh, who's my favorite character? I like the assholes. So I love Negan, and I loved Shane, and I still love Shane. And I just got, where are you? I just got this thing. Where are you at? Right there. Yeah, back when he had hair. Yeah. Um, so I love Shane. Of course, they killed him off. They kill off everybody I like. Uh, so sad. Negan's still around though. Better not kill Negan. Anyway, guys. I got viewers. Hey guys, new guys, people, welcome, guys. Introduce yourselves. We have a chat. You've missed me rattling on about positivity in this horrible time, but we're gonna get through it. And I want to thank you guys for joining us. I was going to wrap this up, but I think my boss here, Mr. Zinni, wants me to keep talking. But my name is Jessica Dwyer. And I just introduced myself. If you've never seen me on here before, I am the entertainment reviewer and writer for Zinni62 Media, YouTube, Oakland News Now. And oh yeah, well, you're not missed much. We were talking about Star Trek, and we were talking about Doctor Who and how science fiction's kind of lost its way right now, and we kind of need to get the old school kind of sci-fi back. But yeah, business partner, not boss, business partner. He's also my bouncer. He had to bounce a couple people tonight, which was interesting because they come out on Sundays. But anyway, if you've not seen me on here before, you wonder who the hell I am. I am a writer. I've been working in the industry for a while. I've interviewed quite a number of people, including Sir Anthony Hopkins and Norman Reedus. And I've interviewed most, if not the entire cast of The Walking Dead. And I've been doing this for about 10, 12 years now, 15 years, a long time. I'm old. But yeah, and I have a online mess up here. You get the horns. Uh, yeah, thanks, Guy. Thanks, Raiders P. But yeah, so I've been doing this for a while, and if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Feel free to comment, say in the live chat stuff you want to do. I have another broadcast that I do on the Fangirl Magazine YouTube channel where I will be interviewing people on there as well. I've been starting a series to help artists in need at this time to try and get the visibility on them. Last one we did was a live stream with Mark Meir, who is the voice of Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, who was fantastic. Upcoming, we're hoping to get some other people that you may recognize to get some eyes on these artists to maybe buy something from them because they do have some fantastic stuff, and because of all of this, um, the their income has gone to nothing because they make their income at comic book conventions, and of course we can't do that right now. So be sure to check that out. It's called Fangirl Magazine, and it's the one with the F with the little female symbol down it. There's another one on there. They don't have as many viewers as we do. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that. And upcoming, I haven't really shared this yet on my radio broadcast podcast. Which I may be able to stream onto YouTube as well. I may be sharing something on there. I will have upcoming Mr. Joe Bob Briggs, the host of The Last Drive-In on Shudder, and a icon for many of us my age and that grew up with him, hosting Monster Vision on TNT, and a bunch of other amazing things he used to host. He's been around, and he's a fantastic writer in his own right. And also, rumor has it, hopefully, I will be interviewing Mr. Tommy Chong, the legend, the man. So that will be hopefully upcoming soon on the. I may be able to swing it to get it on YouTube. If not, it will be on our radio broadcast podcast, Fangirl Radio, and you can listen to all of those on Zinny's excited. Over on iTunes and SoundCloud. I've got a whole back catalog of episodes, which includes interviews with Benedict Cumberbatch, bunches of the doctors from Doctor Who. We've got, like I said, Norman Reedus on there, Vincent D'Onofrio, all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check that out on Fangirl Radio on SoundCloud or iTunes. You can subscribe to it and listen to it. I've also done a couple of audio broadcasts on there that are audio dramas. And you can listen to those on there as well. So, guys, I thank you so much. Again, this was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed hearing me rattle on about The Walking Dead. And I will be back later. If you guys have something specific that you'd like to hear about, know about, see about me getting a hold of somebody to come on and talk, because we can do that as well, let me know. I would love to do it. You guys are a fantastic audience, and I want to keep you entertained. That's why I'm here. So please let us know what you'd like, comment, share, and be sure to check out Fangirl Magazine on YouTube, as well as iTunes and SoundCloud. And you guys are wonderful. I will see you again, okay? You guys have a good one. Bye.